Hello there guys and welcome to Daily Updates. So today it was the day for the press conference amongst the different political parties. The main aim was to outline the strategy against Mr. Palapala himself, the president, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. So they came together in order to outline the different strategies that they will be coming up with in order to unseat the current president. A notable absentia in this press conference was the DA. So apparently they had other matters to attend to. They sent in an apology. Looking it from outside, it was evident that maybe part of the reason was the fact that, DA and EFF, they don't really see eye to eye if you look at it. And knowing that the EFF has these outspoken leaders, Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema, and they were the ones who were driving the press conference. So it's obvious, as much as the DA is the bigger party when you compare it with the EFF, if they were to come together, obviously EFF was going to be the one driving the whole press conference because they are the most outspoken leaders when comparing to Abosti and Hazen. So now it's fine. They sent in an apology. And the press conference continued, and they were outlining the various reasons and looking at other topics. But the most interesting one, it was when Julius Malema touched the issue of President Thabo Mbeki, Arthur Fraser, the RET forces, and Cyril Ramaphosa. I just want to play this video before we go into the topic. And also I want to just add other videos of Thabo Mbeki speaking of Cyril Ramaphosa during the previous addresses that he was part of. Just listen to this.
Asking themselves, whose agenda is Fraser driving? The answer is, Fraser is with President Mbeki in the unseating of President Ramaphosa because President Mbeki says he's still disgruntled with finishing the term. What do you call it, Floyd? The Mahabani who led the ANC, left before and came back to lead the ANC again. Mbeki is longing for Mahabani situation again. And therefore, there's an allegation that Fraser is actually working with Mbeki and not the RET forces. Go and read the mood, the attitude, the demeanor, the body language of RET forces when it comes to Fraser. They've never made Fraser their champion or Palapala their scoring point.
So according to Julius Malema, and apparently it's allegations, so nothing proven, the real person working with Arthur Fraser is Thabo Mbeki. The main reason is to come back and continue with his term. We know he didn't finish his term. So now, apparently, he wants to come back and finish his term. So basically, he's not satisfied with the fact that they decided to let him go before he even finishes his term. That was when Jacob Zuma came into power. Now, could Thabo Mbeki be working with Arthur Fraser? Allegedly, as Julius Malema says, he is, and not the RET forces. But sitting from here, I can refer to few videos where Thabo Mbeki was criticizing Cyril Ramaphosa for his leadership. He has every right to. I mean, even a grade 9 student can criticize Cyril Ramaphosa looking at his leadership because there is not a lot to talk about. So now Thabo Mbeki has few videos which I'm just going to touch where he was talking about Cyril Ramaphosa and some of the RET pro-Ramaphosa supporters in the ANC. Now the fact that he could be working with Arthur Fraser, for me it's a bit hard to believe, as much as whatever Julius Malema, whatever information he knows or he has about this whole thing could actually come and be true. But it's a bit hard to believe that, of all the people, Thabo Mbeki could decide that he wants to come back and become a president. His time is gone. We have seen him. He did good, he did bad. We don't need a person who has been a president before to come back again. And if indeed there is some substance to that, I mean, what motive would you want to get rid of him and then become the president? What achievement do you need if you were a president before and then coming back again? I mean, that would be greedy. There is no way that even the people of South Africa would allow such a thing. We can stand Ramaphosa until his time is over, but we cannot stand a president who has been a president. Now he wants to come back and continue. That one we cannot stand. Once your time is over, you have to go. That is the problem I was talking about, the fact that there is no leader in the ANC. One person who could have been a leader, if only history was not part of his problem, is Malusi Gigaba. That guy could have been a president candidate. That guy had the qualities that were needed to run a country. Only thing left was for him to get proper assistant education and training on just becoming a leader. But we know the history. And now it would be difficult for him to come back and claim whatever throne that he wants to claim. So in the ANC, there's no leader. If indeed the issue of, or the allegations of the former President Thabo Mbeki, the allegations of Fraser, this relationship in the unseating of Ramaphosa is anything to go by, then it would be a shame for us to see such a thing. And sitting from where I'm sitting and analyzing this whole situation, I don't think he has any guts in him to even try that. Of course, he's criticizing Ramaphosa, and I can see from far that he actually doesn't approve of his leadership by what he says. Actually, let me not waste time. Let's just listen to this first clip where he was criticizing Mr. Ramaphosa. It was the memorial service of the late former Secretary General of the ANC, Jesse Duarte. Listen to this. So during the memorial service of Jesse Duarte, Thabo Mbeki was lamenting few things in the ANC, and part of it was him talking about the President Cyril Ramaphosa. Listen to this.
This. The Comrade President Cyril Ramaphosa, when he delivered the State of the Nation address in February, that's why he said, in 100 days there must be agreed a comprehensive social compact to address these matters. Nothing has happened. Nothing. Yeah.
And they clap. Nothing has happened. It's quite correct, actually. And I'm just trying to highlight the fact that there were a few instances where Thabo Mbeki speaks about Ramaphosa and his leadership. And it was nothing positive, but more of him just highlighting the fact that there is a need for leadership and it's not being shown. Promises everywhere. I mean, it must be said to be President Ramaphosa, because everyone had hope that you are actually a good guy, you can change, you can make things happen. And when it comes to the real deal where you are supposed to deliver, you don't. And those people who had faith in you, because most of us had this thing of saying, he's a businessman. Whatever he's going to be doing there in politics as a leader, as a president, will be for the people. We never seen those results. And now when we have to talk about his leadership, it's such a shame that there's not much good that we can talk about. You know, when former leaders in your movement talk about you and they don't talk about positive things. They're just trying to highlight to you that you are missing something. You must know that you actually failed. But because resigning is a big thing, you are not going to resign. Anyway, let me highlight the last video where Thabo Mbeki was speaking about Mr. Ramaphosa. So lastly, this is when he was speaking against the people who were endorsing Mr. Ramaphosa for a second term, saying that they want to see him getting that second term, and actually they were already saying that he deserved it. So Thabo Mbeki was not pleased with how they reacted or how they showed support publicly. Listen to this.
At the January 8th rally in Limpopo, some meeting and says, long live second term for Fraser Ramaphosa. What